issue I'm presenting here is when I'm going for my visa interview, I pray the Lord it get accepted because right now it's very hard to get visa. So yeah, that's the time.
Very good. Next.
I can go next.
This is a time when during the H1B lotteries, it's the third time, and I was like, if it is something in my hands, I would do anything. But it is something with a lottery; it's luck based. Now it is purely in God's hands. So of course, you all know Karya Siddhi Hanuman Temple. I went there and I mean, it's up to you. I didn't do any extra attempts or anything. I just put my own one lottery. It's the third time, and whatever you wanna do, and then I got picked. So that's
Who wants to go next?
I can go next. That was long back. After finishing my pre-university exams, I was praying to God, whatever result comes and how my career, you have to decide. So that was the moment I prayed to Him that after that, whatever I wanted to choose, whether it is right or not. Yeah.
Okay, very good. Who wants to go? Some ladies?
Yeah, so this thing happened with me during my visa process for my student visa. So there's hardly there's no many visa slots are there. Every time visa slots open, it's booked immediately. So I was praying for that at least I get the visa interview slot. So it's happened on Saturday morning. The visa slots open in the morning around 7 o'clock. Normally on Saturdays I wake up late, I don't really wake up at Saturday morning 7, but somehow I felt like Krishna wake me up, hey, wake up, visa slots open. Then I saw my WhatsApp, my friends message me, hey, visa slots open. I in my half sleep, I opened the laptop, I booked my slots. So I felt like the Krishna helped me during that.
Very good. Who wants to go next? Somebody from the ladies' side?
I think they never pray to God.
I had to pray when I was taking the MCAT.
But tell the story.
Wait, what did you say, Prabhuji?
Story.
Tell the complete story.
Well, yeah, you have to take this really big exam called the MCAT, and it's really hard to study for. And I studied as best as I could, but I think there was some other things that I couldn't control. A lot of other things came up before the exam. So I prayed because I think that I was somehow limited in the way I was able to study for it.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. You can speak. Who has the mic?
My story might sound a bit silly. So it was also my visa interview, and on 3rd June was my birthday, and 4th June was my visa interview. And on the very same day there was an IPL final match, and I am a hardcore RCB or Virat Kohli fan. And somewhere in my mind, I had believed that if RCB wins, then I'll get the visa the next day. And in the evening, we were in Mumbai ISKCON. We went there, we had the chance of doing the darshan, and the Hare Krishna Dhun was playing. And midnight, the last 4 hours, I didn't know if RCB was going to win or not. So I was so scared, I turned off my TV, I started the Hare Krishna Dhun, and I went to bed. And no one could call me. My parents were in the other room, they were trying to call me that come, we might win. But the Hare Krishna Dhun was playing, the phone was right beside me, but somehow they were just not able to call me. And then they won, and my sister came to call me that come on, they won. And I cried right there and then. Before they called me, I was imagining the whole temple scene that I was in the evening. And the very next day, I had no fear. I just knew that I'm going to get my visa.
Very nice.
Yeah, I'm here right now. In front of you.
Talia, you want to say something?
Deep meditation.
For me, so we went to Yatra in India, Dwarka, Kedarnath, last year or something, and basically you need a helicopter ticket to go up to the temple. And my entire family had one, and I didn't because I signed up late for the trip, and it was really hard to get that ticket. And I couldn't really do anything about it, so all I could do was pray. And literally 30 minutes before the helicopter was about to go, they just let me go on it, so I was able to go and take darshan.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Say it. There's no judgment here.
So everybody's stories about visa, right? When I was about to move here, um, I was young enough, like 2021, and I did not think about educational loan. So my focus was all on GRE, and I somehow managed it. And the rule that my family, that my mom had for me was, if I get the scholarship, I'll get here. I get the scholarship and everything, and I'm in my head, I'm going, right. But then I realized that I never thought about the finances, and my mom in my head was supposed to take care of it. So then time comes, and then I'm like, okay, this is the phase. And then when we go to get the loan on our home that we were living in, it turns out that that apartment was on my dad and my mom's name, and we had to present my dad's papers so that I could get loan on it, and I could not. And then I moved here with no money to pay my fees. So I had no clue what was going to happen next. So when I moved here, this is like something really illegal that my mom signed on my behalf. And that's how I got the education loan, so I was not in India. And then I got the money, and then I paid my fees. But long story short, the thing is that I moved here without educational loan, and then somehow things turned out good. So I guess I have never prayed for it really, but I just moved here without knowing what the next step was going to be, and it worked out.
Nice.
So yeah. You want to go next? No?
Say something. Yeah, say something. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
One time, or this was like over a course of like a semester that I was praying, but I just spent my first year at UT and I'm gonna finish. And I have a younger brother who's only a year younger, and he's in Houston at Bel Air High School, and so, you know, this is like the season for applying to colleges and seeing where that was gonna take us. And so I think Alex, my brother, always told me that like his dream was to end up like where I would be, and that would make it like a complete cycle. Like we had gone to every single educational like institution together, like elementary, middle school, whatever. And for him, I think last year he was like struggling a lot with trying to figure out like what he wants, and also UT changed their like acceptance policy from 6% to 5% of public school graduating classes, and he's not 5%. And he's just a very creative person. Like he loves business, and so business is what he applied to, and becomes just super difficult to get into. And so it was just like prayer and belief, and for him manifestation, that he was able to get in. And I remember when I came home from my own acceptance, I was very quiet. Like I don't really tell people, you know, what it is that I'm looking forward to. And so I remember when I walked up to my house, there was like a dandelion in the middle of like the front yard. And I like was like, why is there a dandelion? Like there's never, we don't even have like flowers, just grass. And so I grabbed the dandelion, I was like, okay, well, I might as well blow it out. Like I'm gonna open this up and see how that goes for me, and this is last year. And so I blew it, and I remember just going to my room quietly and opening my computer and like finding out, and then telling my parents later. But Alex is he's a very different person from me. He's very loud, and he tells everyone this, and all of his friends are like, bro, you're not gonna get it. And he's like, no, I will, I promise you I will. Like this is something I want very like deeply. And so it was funny because I think when I got home, because I was coming from Austin to Houston to be with him with my family when he did that. And I came late, I missed his baseball game. I haven't been to a single baseball game for him. He's captain of the team, like I had never seen him, and I feel really bad. But I finally got home, and I remember seeing also a dandelion like in the front, which is like, it was dark, and I don't even know how I perceived that, but I was like, wow, like that's a weird coincidence that like that's there. So I brought it inside for him to blow, and he opened his window in his room to blow it. And I remember he was was like doing a prayer with our family, and then he sat down and he opened his computer, and he got in. There's like the confetti and stuff, and I was like, wow, like that's And I just remember crying. I was just like overwhelmed by. He's just an awesome person, and he really deserves it. So.
Very nice, very nice. So I'm hearing some theme, right? Some visas, some money, some loans, some friends, and so on. Has anybody prayed for example, something's happening in the Middle East? And has anybody prayed for anything like that? Mic here, please.
Recently, when not exactly in the Middle East, for the Bangladesh Hindus, especially ISKCON people did so much to the Bangladeshis, but in return, everyone knew what happened. So then I just prayed to the God, why this is happening. You've given a message there, but you're getting something not good in return, right? So please protect everyone there, irrespective of religion, especially Hindus. And if there is a chance that they can come back to their maybe India, just bring them back. So let the government help them. So like that, I prayed for Bangladeshis. Right now, Iran war, I'm not exactly.
So what happens when you pray for yourself, like I want a visa, I want this, and when you pray for others? Is there a difference? What is the difference? Maybe say something.
Sure.
Yeah, you can just speak loud. The mic may not work.
Okay. So praying for yourself, well, I guess let's start with praying for others. Praying for others, it's like you're sending compassion outwards, like out of yourself. Versus praying for yourself is like not considered selfish, but you could sometimes see it that way. I would say that was the main difference between praying for yourself versus others. Like,
good point. Has it occurred to anybody that praying for others actually helps us? How?
Okay, so today is very auspicious day. Today is Ekadashi. So
little louder, please.
Today is Ekadashi. It's very auspicious. So twice a month we have Ekadashis where we fast and we avoid some things. So it said after we complete the fast, right, the next day, we should pray for some wish or something to God, because we have done some austerity, and then we can not directly a wish, but we can pray for something, somebody or ourselves to help our spiritual growth or something. So it said we should pray to everyone's spiritual growth. So then what happens is God tries to send us more. Like let's say if we just pray for ourselves, then okay, it's like X amount, but then we pray for everyone, it returns so much back to us. So I've heard that from one of the devotees, and then it's more beneficial if we actually pray for somebody else. And then whoever it may be, near dear ones or anybody, somebody ailing or anything. So it's really magnanimous that way. That's something.
Very good, thank you. So can anybody say if they have ever prayed for an enemy? Somebody that you don't like? It's easy to pray for somebody you like. Yes, go ahead.
This is somebody like back in high school. This is somebody I was pretty close with for a while, but what ended up happening was that they distanced themselves from me with very terrible reasons, or they just told specific lies, oh, they want to focus on themselves, or some kind of reason like that they necessarily didn't follow up with, and they contributed it to a lot of people hating me or looking down on me because of miscommunication, misconceptions of what I did. And it was just a whole lot mess with me and that person. But what ended up happening was that I later found out that that person was during that time was their parents were going through like a really tough time, like maybe even a divorce type situation. And so at that time, like I was more compassionate and more sympathetic towards their situation rather than just like thinking only about what they did for me. So I prayed in that regard that they figured out their situation. So
Very good, very good. What are other forms of prayer? Any other forms of prayer? Praying for yourself, praying for your friends.
I think the previous question you asked, like times when we pray for others, it's more than self-benefit. It's like the seva bhav, and also like Vasudhaika Kutumbakam feeling. Like when everybody is happy, you just can't expect you to be happy. I get everything, but when the whole existence is harmonious and peaceful, that is the eventual message of God or like the spirit. So that is the broader when you are one with the universe, where you don't differentiate between what is yours and what is not yours. You wish everybody to be successful.
Very good.
Yeah.
So what happens when you pray for an enemy?
You let go of revenge.
You
The
let go, yeah.
Or the anger that you feel towards them.
Yeah. And why did that anger happen in the first place?
Because the things didn't go the way you wanted. So that's why you're angry on that other person.
Hmm. What else happens when you pray for the enemy?
You'll start looking positive things in him.
Positive things. But I'm looking for a very specific word. What? Huh?
Peace of mind.
Peace of mind, yes. Peace will come. That's a byproduct, but there is something else more fundamental.
You purify yourself.
That is also happening. And therefore you get more peace. Peace follows purification. But there's something else also happening.
Forgiving.
Forgiveness, yeah. That's a very big byproduct. But something fundamental is happening when you pray for the enemy.
Empathy.
Empathy, that's very good. Relationships, yeah, that is good. What else is happening? Envy. Envy is reducing. Because we have envy towards everybody and anybody. Don't we? Otherwise, there's no competition in this world. So competitive nature is because of our envy towards other living entities, other souls. Because we are not the body, but we are a soul, temporarily inhabiting this body for 80, 90 years in this lifetime. But we have had millions of lifetimes in the past. So that envious nature is there inbuilt in all of us, regardless of who we are, right? You said, especially Hindus, we want them to come back. Why? Because there is this my group versus the other group. That has roots somewhere else. That has deep roots somewhere else. And that root is envy. Envy is the reason we end up in this material world. We are not even supposed to be here. We are supposed to be eating laddus with our Father Krishna in the spiritual world. Here, to make a laddu, you have to go to the office, make money, go to the store, buy the ingredients, make it in the kitchen, offer it to Krishna and eat it. But supposedly, in the spiritual world, all you have to think laddu and laddu will come. It's called Kalpavriksha concept. So this concept of envy is what brings us into this material world. It's a very big topic. I'm not going to go into deep into that. But the topic I want to cover today is intention creates destiny, right? What did Swami say in that room? He used the term destiny, right? In what context? What was the sentence?